You have the Iraqi government asking for U.S. ground troops as the Islamic State are threatening the city of Baghdad. You have the Islamic State just 18 miles away west in Abu Ghraib. It doesn't take long to move from Abu Ghraib to the city limits when you're traveling in high-speed vehicles, armed to the teeth with your mission is to take over Baghdad, according to what the Islamic State has been saying. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the ground troops. We don't know. It hasn't been decided yet, but they are ramping up. I just showed you another video where Canada military has been going to be heading to Kuwait next week, so they can ramp up and escalate this conflict. The two provinces' main cities, Fallujah and Ramadi, were once known as the graveyard of the Americans, and the idea of the returning there will not be welcomed by the Pentagon. That's not going to be not going to fly. I'm pretty sure they're got the plans to put ground troops in there and deal with this Islamic State. Here's another quote. "I think it's fragile there now," said one senior U.S. defense official, speaking to the AFP News. They are being resupplied and they're holding their own, but it's tough and challenging. And they're talking about the Islamic State. That's what they're doing right now. They're trying to solidify their supply lines going from Baghdad west to the Syrian border. And that's what the Islamic State is doing right now, according to what I'm analyzing with all the reports, open source reporting that's been going on. That's what they're trying to do. And once they set up that supply line and it's concrete, then watch out in Baghdad. Hopefully the Iraqi government can get to be a strong government with the interior and a defense minister. We'll see. Jets belonging to the U.S.-led coalition have so far launched nearly 2,000 airstrikes against ISIL targets, dropping hundreds of the bombs on convoys, encampments, and other jihadi positions. And yet still, the group's gunmen march on both in Kobani in Syria and throughout the Anbar province. It emerged on Saturday that one of the reasons why they were having only a limited effect was because of the lack of troops on the ground to gather intelligence on targets and then guide the strikes and using laser technology. Some Iraqi officials believe an ISIL assault to take Baghdad is still unlikely, given that around 60,000 government troops, including soldiers, police officers, and militiamen, are currently in positions outside the city, but other satellite towns have already fallen, given ISIL launching points for suicide attacks and other assaults designed to spread panic among the capital's residents. And that's their intent. They're going to cause a lot of panic, a lot of fears when the Islamic State starts attacking straight into Baghdad. So it's all up in the air what's going to happen to these 60,000 government troops. Are they going to stand and fight? Are they going to drop their guns and run like they did in Mosul? You don't know until they've been battle tested, so we'll see what happens. But we are watching this, and American contractor, and like I said, ISIL, the clock is ticking.